to expel Marwa without proper processes.
What else is a race issue in this country? Everything. Nothing can be not racial.
Well, you know what we did? We just removed those texts, non-white, non-what. We just removed those texts. But it's still in us.
Do you hate whites?
I don't hate whites. I don't have problems with whites.
You do. You seem to, though.
No, that's why interpretation is wrong.
Really? Why do you hate whites?
Whites are South Africans. They too must contribute to a developmental state. They've got a responsibility to also play their part in the reconciliation and the construction of this country. So we need them to play ball. And they're not coming forth.
He has a point there. Some white people have been slow to reconcile, but he loses the plot when race becomes his automatic reflex on every single problem.
Sometimes you just say stupid things. I mean, you just say stupid things,
Like
Julius.
what?
I mean, you have to constantly retract. And 1 minute you're supporting Chweni, the next minute you...
I never retracted on Chweni. You know, Chweni was very stupid to surrender himself to you. I was listening to you asking questions. I will never do that in my life. I will never lend in your hands. No, I will never lend you.
But he's a liar.
But he could have handled that thing better.
Well, that's not my problem,
He could have
is it?
handled you better.
Well, it's not my problem.
And when I was watching, I said, Chweni is playing into the hands of this woman. You can't do that with me. No, I'm trained at an early age. And I'm trained about people like you. So not me.
But she ruined her life.
No.
You did.
It's you who ruined her life.
Nonsense.
You have been saying all bad things about this girl.
No, I haven't said what have I said about her?
Not you per se. You are a representative of the
What
media.
have I said about Caster Semenya?
No, I'm not saying you personally.
Well,
the
I've
media
said
has destroyed a life of a young, God-gifted girl. And Chweni surrenders to you. Julius, I will never surrender to you.
Do you know what an intersex person is?
Yes. What is it? I don't know.
You don't know?
I've never seen this person.
So because you've never seen this person, they don't exist?
I've done research.
What research?
In my area where I come from.
And a few people in the chiefs.
The chiefs.
That's research.
Yes.
That's research.
In the pediculture.
Is that medical scientific research?
Yes. That's the one.
Not medical scientific research.
I'm not talking about
that's
the medical
Julius Malema research.
I've done a research in Sekhukhune land, from Sekhukhune to Matlala and Mashashan. I've spoken to those chiefs there.
And they said no one like that exists.
They don't know such a thing.
So the men decide. So therefore, because the chiefs tell you, and because Julius Malema spoke to the mother, an intersex person does not exist.
If he exists in you, don't force that in me.
It's got nothing to do with me. I'm saying in your culture there are people who are intersex. But you will not accept it because you are intolerant.
Yeah, I'm not intolerant.
You absolutely are.
No. What
is wrong with being intersex?
There's nothing wrong.
So what
if such people were introduced to me, I will accept them.
Okay.
Gladly, without any problem.
So if it is proved that Caster Semenya has internal male organs,
I will always
and
support
external female organs, you will accept that she's intersex.
I will always support her. But I will be knowing that thing for the first time in her.
Is it a shock too?
And I will support her.
They are petty intersex people.
No, you know nothing about my culture.
They are petty intersex people.
In fact, you have made my culture to look like it's a taboo to practice that culture.
Why?
No, you have always looked down at us.
In what way?
And looked down at our culture.
In what have I specifically said about petty culture?
Not you. You white people. That's what you did.
Okay, let's get into the whites.
You see? So
you white people are ridiculing your culture.
You can't talk about my culture. You are not qualified.
Let's talk about whites.
No, you can't talk about my culture.
Let's talk about